Hello, my name is Lawrence East, and I'm going to take you back to the 1980s, back when video games didn't have graphics, they were just text. This was one of my favorites. It was a game called EAMON. What made EAMON fun was that it was a text-based game and it was very inventive. Simple concept, you'd go on a quest, you'd kill a monster or solve a problem, and then you'd get a reward. And then you get to save your rewards in like a main hall. But what was really cool about EAMON and why kids loved it so much was that it was customizable. Donald Brown created a system where it was very easy to create your own games. Essentially, it was an early foray into coding. So nowadays, there's so many different coding apps out there, and they're pretty complicated, and some of them do require a lot of hardware. This one is called Twine. It's actually really simple. I'm just going to teach you three very, very basic tools where you can literally create games just like EAMON very, very simply. So here I'm in a zoom view where I'm showing the whole flow of the entire game. So starting here, this is the rocket ship. This is where everything starts. You'll notice this looks just like a flow chart, and there's a reason for that, because it's following the same idea. So first thing I'm going to teach you right here at the start is something called set and something called a string. So anytime that I'm entering computer code in these old text-based coding, I'm going to put them inside parentheses. That tells the computer this is code, this is not text that we're displaying on the main screen. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to set. We're going to set, notice the colon there, and then we're creating string treasures. So that's a new code called treasures, and that string is going to be set to nothing. As you can see, I've got empty quotes. That means treasures now currently is blank. And then we're going to set a second one. Now this one we're going to need to get something from the user. This is where we create agency. So we're creating a new string called name, and we're setting it to, and then we have another set of parentheses. So this is called a prompt. This means we're going to pull some information, and the prompt is going to say, and we put it in quotes, "What is your name, brave adventurer?" And over here we have a quick comma, and then you'll see we have an option. Now this is just a default. You have to put that in so that it doesn't end up putting nothing. So you can go in there and change it when you get to that, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. And then we take that name, and to show them that we like their name, we're going to show it again. Well met, name. Let's proceed to main hall. Now this is a passage. See these two double brackets? This means it's going to be a new area for the quest to go. And over here, it just simply moves to this new page. Now this is going to be the main hall. Now like the original game EAMON, this main hall could put you on all the new adventures that you could go on. And it could be a lot of fun. And here we have the Hall of Victories for name and your treasures. And currently there's no treasures, so it'll be blank. You'll say your treasures blank. And then we get our very first quest. Let's rescue cakes from the troll. And we have something called Cake Fight Intro. So that means it just automatically takes us to that next page. And click over here. Now, this is the part where you get to enter text, add that flavor, maybe even introduce the mathematical question. Rollo the troll steals cakes from the town, and he won't let you have them back unless you teach him something he doesn't know. And what he doesn't know is the metric system. Can you help? And then right here, we take to the next passage, Cake Fight. Now, if you look over here, you'll notice I've got arrows going back and forth, and this arrow is going back to the beginning. So what it means is that if this one is a mistake, it takes you back. If this one's a mistake, it takes you back. If this one's a mistake, you go back to the beginning. So we're going to say, let's say that the troll asks, you can't have my cakes unless you explain the metric system to me. My question is this: if I have 100 milliliters of water, how many liters do I have? Do I have 1,000 liters? No. So you click on 1,000 liters and you get, that doesn't make sense. And the room floods with water and you're swept back into the start. The troll laughs. Haha, cake fight. We go back to cake fight. And then over here, arg, you gave the troll a shower. He's not happy. He kicks you so hard, you fall back into the main room, cake fight. So obviously kids are going to want to click on the wrong answers because it's fun. But anyway, we go back to them. What if we get the right answer? Oh, oi, that's right. Okay, you can share my cake with me. It's fish and chicken bones. Haha. Now here, we take that same treasures and now we're adding to it the recovered cakes. And that goes back to the main hall. And that's it. It's just that simple. You can literally take from this main hall, you can add more and more passages to more and more adventures, and then teach it to your kids. So let's show you really quickly what this all looks like. So I'm going to go from the start, make sure we start here, and then test from here. What's your name? We'll do the default name, Ada. Hey, well met, Ada. Let's proceed to the main hall. Let's rescue cakes from the troll. Rollo the troll, we know all this stuff. We click on cake fight. And then we ask the question, 1, 2, 3, and let's do the right answer. Oi, that's right. You can share my cake with me. And you go to the main hall and look, the Hall of Victories for Ada. Your treasures, the recovered cakes. And that's it. It's just that simple. That is how you can code with this really cool thing and something you can teach to your kids. Well done.